Hey, shut up, nigga. This is some serious business right here.
Mr. Director, Mr. Producer.
Serious business out here. Hey, it's functioning. Jessica, you know what it is,
Yeah.
but you don't fully like know how to explain it properly.
Okay.
Like what it is. On to the topic. Once we get in.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. If you see us a little bit tired right now, don't excuse us. It's early in the morning.
Not alcohol, so trust me, don't worry.
It's early in the morning, but hey, if it was not now, it wouldn't be ever. Let's be honest.
Busy man, man.
You as well.
Exactly, man. Busy people, man.
Hey,
Shit.
but that's life. That's a good thing in life. Because today...
Hold on a minute.
What's up?
There's something I realized from camera angle already.
Oh.
Lighting.
Alright. Okay. Yeah, well,
way too dark.
the weather is
The weather is trash.
The weather is not the best out here. In Finland, after September, I would say after September, it starts to get dark, very dark.
Dog shit.
And basically, the sunrise is about 7-8 a.m. and the sunset is about 3 p.m.
Pretty much something along that line. And it just goes even worse throughout the time. Because literally, at some point, you just start waking up when it's dark, and you go get out of work when it's dark. So pretty much all you see is darkness. Unless you work outside, then you might see some type of sun. And yeah, but that's pretty much the, how would I say, Finnish winter experience.
Yeah. Welcome.
It's part of life nowadays.
It is what it is.
Can't really do much, you know.
Yeah.
Balabazim turned into sunny weather. No, man.
Yeah, but Opinion Outlaws, Season 5, still it's going. Think about that. Episode 5?
Because I was mapping myself too.
Episode 5. And today we have discussed this subject before, but we will discuss it again I would say in a shorter way.
Yeah.
Because last time, I'm not talking about when we do. I'm talking about
way
back, like 2 years back, 1 year back. And now because the few last episodes we have done about the belonging in certain communities, belonging in certain groups, now we go opposite to that direction, cancel from that. So actually I was pondering this yesterday because, as you know, my work, even though it's more like you just are there and make sure that everybody's okay, if you don't stimulate yourself or you don't you get bored. So I pondered this topic myself and I said, has the cancel culture existed before the social media?
That's what I like that. That's what I wanted to go to, because actually when we start asking what is cancel culture, you kind of get some type of remnants of the past. And I was thinking about this too as well, because like I mentioned to you a moment ago that I know what is cancel culture, at least in modern days, but how to explain it properly or to somebody who doesn't understand it fully, how would you go by it? And then I realized, hey, by the way, we have already had this similar type of behavior before.
We are talking about...
Way before.
We talk about before...
1500s, for example.
Like, I'm talking not
even that. Go back.
Egypt.
Jesus time, baby.
Jesus
time. Because literally, you remember back in the day, or at least I hope you
2,000 years old people.
Hey, at least I hope people have been awake during history classes. But back in the day, when you lived in community and you did something that the group deemed as shameful or bad, you were automatically marked as the people or as the person that people shouldn't associate with you. Kind of like removing some type of social points out of you in that group setting. And it usually led into people trying to avoid you, not talk to you, or even shame you to some degree. And literally a good example is medieval times when people put you in the middle of the city on a, what is the leg lock thing that you had to just sit in and ponder about life, like what went wrong. That's kind of like the same thing in modern settings without just people physically touching you
Yeah.
or doing things, but same type of behavior pretty much.
Yeah. So with this said, would you be rather cancelled today's age or in those days?
Ooh, roar. Well, neither, pretty much. I mean, why would I move? Right. The question is, neither. But I would say back in the days is slightly better in okay, it's much more rougher back in the days, of course. It's straight up, we go physical. You might, die even in the worst case scenario. But in modern days, because it kind of like expands so wide in as terms of the message kind of like bounces from person to person. Why during this topic when we talk about it we can kind of get into it a couple of times because this is something that happens even till this day.
Yes, sir.
So, but how have you understood the cancel culture?
How I understood. Well, when it started to happen more in social media, especially in those around 2020 time, it to me it became kind of like a joke. Because in social media, people weren't saying that outlandish, that so big something outlandish, and then all of a sudden you hear they are cancelled on social media. You know, that's why I asked, would you rather which one? Because I would much rather today's age get cancelled than in the medieval day, some village.
Your game was over.
Like you had to move from that village. Let's be honest, or you will be decapitated. Either way.
Hey,
Game is
but when you think about it like this, yeah, back in the days you had to probably move, let's say hypothetically, but the message didn't really fly with you all the way to the other city. Nowadays, you think you're gonna move, man. That one kid catches you out lucky on Twitter, put you back in the spotlight, like, hey y'all, remember this guy over here? So in a sense, you can't really run unless you kind of remove yourself from that social setting to some extent. So and remember this, back in the days you could still like work if let's say you move to another place and you start working there. Ain't nobody know you. Do this nowadays, man. You mess up. They quote unquote cancel you. They call your goddamn company. You get fired.
You get fired,
You get
unfortunately. And because that started to happen, and what I saw was this Corona time, that it was the coronavirus time, that quarantine, when people start to tell their own versions of it, and especially if it went against it, it was immediately cancelled. Like it wasn't even questions about it. And to me, it started to be a joke because the social media platform in it of itself, the whole point of it was in the beginning that you express yourself. You express, somebody could just post a picture and not quote it anything, as somebody can just put the statement that they think of and move on. And social media has this amazing thing that it creates this echo chamber of the people that think alike like you. Even though let's say that you have a very twisted mind about certain topics or certain things, you still find that 100, 200 people that think the same way, and this echo chamber that they scream and shout to everybody else the same thing, and they start to actually believe in that, and they believe in that, and they don't see this other part, which is from this, they think this, but this is how much they are missing.
Hey, you know what's that called? Herd dash mob mentality.
Oh, you actually know the quote.
I know the word, because that's what I was trying to give back to it. That kind of like the biggest cons of the quote unquote cancel culture is that they're kind of like diminishing the freedom of speech, for example, first of all, and second of all, the easiest example was that I was given pretty much is, remember when you were like a teenage young kid in school, and let's say you had like few friends that were like, they didn't like you, or one of them, let's say one of them didn't like you because you, example, hang out with one of other person, and they're like, you know what, let's not hang out with this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, you're fine. But then somehow them not wanting to hang out with you automatically started creating chain of other people not wanting to hang out with you because they saw that that person is not hanging out with you. So the idea behind it is that people kind of like jump into the wagon without really wanting to understand the situation or de-escalate the situation at all, just by hopping on. So that's why it's called kind of the herd mentality, that people are not like putting their own critical thoughts into behind, like, why are we even doing and what are we doing?
Yeah.
Which is we're seeing right now happening with a lot of like topics. For example, somebody wanna say something very outlandish because that's their opinion, and quote unquote, when we have freedom of speech, we should be like, ah, cool, that's you. But our good old woke cancer culture says, no, 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 never, never, never.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. There should be, of course, a line what you can say, what you cannot say. Not in the sense of you don't have a permission to say this, but in the sense of if you say it, somehow take responsibility for it.
There's gonna be a backlash,
There's
or kind of like a
a backlash, and then there's one guy in streaming platform. He's a white guy, and he openly says the word "n" with the hard R,
oh,
and he says it with open, like he is very like proud about it. And I said to myself that this guy will be somehow shot or being punched at. Why? Because not because his opinion is lesser or is not valid, because even you have said there's a difference between black people and the N words. Even the comedy, I don't know, have you seen the Chris Rock special?
yo.
He says he says it. The Chris Rock he says, I love black people, but I hate me.
Hey yo, I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
But like the argument doesn't go away. But what I'm saying is that if you openly say those kind of things, and especially you know that in a context of you're being white, and you say that,
There's gonna be some type of reaction to your action.
you will be accepting the fact that if somebody sees you on the streets, they will punch your mouth straight up.
Pretty much, what you're saying is, it's okay to say whatever. Just be ready for whatever as well.
That's how we lived.
Exactly.
Did we live? If somebody said, "You remember the school days?
Hey, bro,
Hey, you talked something about me.
I heard rumors.
At 3, it's a million yard."
Ooh, bro, but worst thing about that, kind of, we had the resemblance of that herd mentality as well, because nobody really tried to de-escalate the situation.
No.
Nobody really tried to de-escalate. Everybody was hyping, even though they did not know the true background of what happened or why. They just heard, hey yo, we heard rumors. These niggas said something wrong about that guy. Ooh, hey yo, I heard this motherfucker say this. Oh, you better fight him now. You better fight him now. You can't lack. If you lack, you puss.
But that was how we lived. Like if you say something, you will take responsibility for it, and that's how our parents lived, and that's how their parents lived. You open your mouth, you will have to deal with the consequences, good or bad. But now it has vanished. This part of life, it has vanished. They can say the most outlandish, outrageous, craziest thing outside the internet, on the internet, and somehow it's just, oh, you're mean, da 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 da, and then they just mind your day. Like, no, like I said, why I said the Million Yard, we had the place called the Million Yard, and it was always at 3 o'clock because at 3 the school said. So we had that place. You remember
about the fight seasons, bro?
it happened. Like it's not snitching. Even the teachers knew.
Hey, bro.
The teacher stopped a few times. You remember?
I said, nah, bro, I played the fifth. I wasn't even there. I was home studying.
Yeah, right.
I was home studying, bro.
Yeah, right.
Crazy work.
Yeah, right.
Hey, but if we talk honestly about the cancer culture, kind of what I grazed about a little bit before we started the podcast is that there is small benefit or some benefit
There are
out of it.
benefits. There are benefits.
And one
for
big
sure.
thing is because nowadays we know celebrities are big thing, or somebody behaving outlandishly or let's say negatively or immorally, quote unquote, in social setting toward example some other person, toward somebody like somebody hitting random person. So and we got our investigators, the quote unquote fast investigators who find you immediately. And yo, this is this person working at this place. Let's cancel him out. In those situations, they're kind of like, how would I say, just quote unquote justice system of social media, which in some degree have been very beneficial because it holds celebrities accountable for whatever they say or do in public setting. So
I have actually an example of this, but go on, go on.
So a lot of them are more cautious of what they're gonna put out to the public. Like, hey, yo, to believe me, say something wrong, bro. Say something wrong. Say something wrong. And for example, good example is like sporting events where some older guys have treated, example, kid wrong or did something wrong to an old elderly person, or some which we can majorly agree, even the people who are not agreeing with cancel culture, but we can say, yeah, that was bad, bro.
Yeah.
And the cancel culture is like, nah, don't worry, I got it. Hey, yo, Timothy, find this nigga. Hey, he works at Las Vegas, the company's third person, and he's the CEO. And all of a sudden, next thing you hear in a week, that guy got fired because the company's trying to save their own image.
Yeah.
And so on and so on. So I see some benefit of the cancel culture. And of course, then there's the other negative part of the cancel culture that we all know perfectly, because what we have said a couple of times about freedom of speech. When cancel culture disagrees with some opinion, let's say, because remember, cancel culture is not an organization that we're talking about.
No, it's a cult.
It's our own type of cult nowadays, at least.
Yeah.
So let's say they disagree with whatever you're spouting. Let's say gender equality or
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't really matter the topic, but they disagree with it. And automatically, what we have noticed nowadays is if they disagree with it, they immediately try to remove your social points, quote unquote, or remove you fully out of the social setting or whatever you are in right now. In worst case scenario, your whole income can be in great danger, quote unquote. So it kind of creates this atmosphere of you needing to be very careful of what you say and do, which causes another problem that a lot of people tend to go into the politically right answers rather than saying what they actually believe in.
Yes, sir.
So it causes that we can't really get the truth out of people. That people are just putting a facade for like the quote unquote cult.
Yeah.
Cult. What you were about to say? So.
Yeah, I actually have two examples of this. The good one and the bad one.
Yeah.
I can tell you the good one, actually. When I went to my homeland, and in my homeland I have a guy, the hookup guy. A guy that if I need something, I can contact him and he got me.
Hey, yo, what you need, boss? What you need, boss?
And he has, usually he sells just food, fruits, vegetables.
Here's a plug.
Like he knows people. And people know him. And he has done that for over 15 years. He has the same spot that he's still doing.
Here's a plug.
And he's a good guy. He's actually a very stand-up guy. And it happened to him once. He likes that traditional way of life. Man is a man, woman is a woman, and there's a family, and like he is that kind of guy. And also he expects it from his customers, decency, integrity, like a human being. One summer day, it was hot, and there were like 10 people buying at his store. He has this like around this apartment size of store. Like it's not a big store, but freshness, mwah. And and here comes two guys, young, 15, 18, something like that, without shirts inside the store. Now, in our culture, you can be without a shirt if you're working or you're taking a swim, or let's say you're just hanging around at your house. But outside of it,
In public setting.
you have to put
Dress
the
up.
shirt.
Come on now.
You have to put the shirt. And immediately he knew that these guys either are not from here or they are just stupid. Neither of them is good, you know.
Whoa.
Neither, but they spoke our language, so they were from there. But it was the fact that they didn't care about this public setting, like they are the thugs. And there were like 10 customers, and they had to just take something small, like it was some drink or something. And they tried to rush in front of the line.
Oh, on top of that.
Although,
on top of you
like
already
everything,
having.
there was elderly people, there was children waiting with their parents, like there it was a setting. And this guy said, until you don't put your shirt, I'm not serving you. And as we are here, we don't want to do nothing with you.
We don't want to deal with your ass.
Nothing with you. So they calmly look at each other, they put the shirts back on, and then they waited like a good customers.
Citizens, good as citizens.
They waited until it was their turn. Basically, this wasn't like a direct cancel, but it was the standardization of, hey, this is where we stand for. If you do this, I'm not going to deal with you. So when you said the benefit, the cancel culture actually keeps this. If there are rules and regulations about a culture, about the laws of religion, or whatever the case may be in this specific situation, it was the actual just culture, how we conduct. He said, if you don't abide this, go away.
It is what it is.
That was very simple. But then the bad part about canceling was, I tried this week. I don't know if you have seen the tattoo. He has one tattoo over here. He's a big guy with the cap on, and he goes around conventions, asks people, "Are you natty or not?"
Oh yeah.
You have seen that guy. He's a little beard and a little bit. He doesn't have any more Instagram account or TikTok account. Think about that. And I'm saying to myself.
And the funny thing is, when he's asking that, it's not just accusing, it's purely...
He's asking.
He's asking. And because the people feel uncomfortable with what
Think about it. Think about the home. He has done nothing in a sense of right and wrong. He's investigating. He is making his own content with pure curiosity. That is the whole thing.
I mean, hey, he might have some thoughts behind it, but when he asks, he's not like, I know you're doing something wrong. He just purely asked the one question, which causes certain people to feel uncomfortable because there might be something behind it or not. I'm not saying.
My brother, I tried my best to find his content from TikTok and Instagram. YouTube, I haven't checked. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. He doesn't have channels anymore.
Has he went to Rumble or Kick possibly?
I don't know about that.
That's usually where people go when they...
But think about the fact that this guy made just content about, are they natural or are they not, with the people. Like he went just asked. Basically, if you don't know what we're talking about, what was his name? I don't
remember the name. I just remember the face.
Kevin Koo, something like that.
And I remember his face, especially when he's asking the question.
Like he's tall, muscular. He has one tattoo in his arm, and he has usually a cap, a little beard, and longer hair.
Was he that tall?
Not that tall, but he was tall compared to the guys that he was girls and guys he was asking. And basically, he went to conventions, usually bodybuilder conventions or Mr. Olympia or all these kind of places all over the United States. And he went and asked these people that, are you natural or are you not? Now, I would say 30 to 40% of the time, the people actually were cool. They were honest about it. Like, yeah, I'm natty, or yeah, I'm not. Like, they were very honest about it, and I appreciate that. I would be honest. I don't like that you use any kind of PEDs But if you're honest about it, I can still respect it. I can still respect, and of course, it's your decision. So who am I to judge?
That's the point of his actual questioning.
But that's the point, right? Like his whole question is that are you natty or you're not is not about have you done any drugs, but it's more about the, are you actually decent human being to answer the fact. Now
Advertise, because a lot of them advertise in the image of being.
there you go there. I believe what happened is that this guy, because he went to so many people, their business, the people that he asked, their business started to suffer. Because he went, are you natty or not? What kind of question is that? Huh? What kind of question is that? And he looks at it like, dude, this is just yes or no question.
My guy, he went with the image to, why are you asking me this question, huh?
It happened like
When you take the weights, after that, I might ask the question. What?
like it happened a couple of times. There were guys actually, and guys and girls were actually offended by the question. And I'm looking like, just answer the question. Like, it's yes or no.
It's kind of like asking a robber, did you rob a bank? And they start, what you mean by that? You got the gold chain that was advertised on the in the bank statement that somebody stole this. What you mean by that?
Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? You think that I broke? You think I broke? Really, bro? Like,
Hey, but it looks one to one similar to that one. What you mean?
the worst part is the people that you can see that they have used something. That's the worst part. Like when let's say when a guy is there and they have these massive shoulders. I'm talking about massive, like the size of their head is the size of their shoulder. How can you convince me?
That's all natural.
Natural.
Natural, man.
I'm not saying like we have that homeboy.
Yeah.
He has actually
Decent build.
defined shoulders, but it's not the size of his head. like you can see, like he has natural gift.
Funny thing, he has been questioned about using drugs.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm not surprised.
He has been
I'm not
questioned.
surprised. But that guy, for example, you can see clearly that he is not using.
Two things: low body fat percentage and genetics.
Yeah.
Pretty much, you can pretty much achieve
Yeah.
that. But like certain the ones that we're talking about, bro, there ain't no humanly way. You just go look that size, have such a low fat percentage, and not use anything, because.
Especially, I'm sorry to especially if you are above 40, above 50. No, there is no way. With age, I'm not saying that you cannot be at great condition at 50 or 60, for example, but not you are muscular, big, and low body fat. No, don't try me.
No. But about the cancer culture, I want to ask you actually, have you experienced it yourself? Or anybody around you have they been kind of like threat of it or felt it in some type of way? Have there been attacks or somebody that you know or yourself in itself?
For me, I know because I have been in a place where I thought different or I spoke different and I was the.
Avoid this nigga right there.
You get what I'm saying? Like
avoid this nigga right there.
And especially in high school days, I would say. Because now to understand in high school there weren't a lot of guys who were outsiders or there weren't a lot of guys or girls who were purely not Finnish. Like you came after that. Later and after that it was like, hey, what's up, man? It's all good.
It's all good. Streets are calm and all that.
It's all good. But when I was in high school, I was alone. I'm not saying that they mistreated me, but I saw that they didn't want me to hang around with them. In a sense, and of course, Finnish people, they have this, like, especially here, they don't want to say it at your face. So I always sensed it, but then when I saw it to build up, I said,
it is what it is.
It is what it is, but cancel, for example, for that. Or if I had an opinion and I expressed it, and then all of a sudden I saw people not wanting to hang around with me anymore, I'm like, okay, I see you. Actually, I heard this quote that the human being who cannot express their own opinion is actually a slave.
For facts.
But I have been in the places, and even if I go to my homeland, I am the outsider. because they see it as I'm not from there. But when I go there, I speak the same language. You cannot, from my mother tongue, you cannot look at me and say, okay, he is not from here. But usually my treatment to others, I said this before.
He's too outside European.
Yeah,
right?
you smell.
Smell money.
And because of that, I have experienced there also that this community, that people believe in something, and then I challenge. Good example. This is actually a great example to say. In my country, this Islam. It is maybe 90% or something. People believe in Islam. And then I had an argument about the beard.
Oh yeah.
Now, this is my opinion. You can grow a beard. It doesn't go against anything. But if you grow a beard, keep it. Like actually keep it. Trim it, wash it. Maintain it. The only thing is you need to look sharp and you need to look clean. Now, the people there, not only they don't keep it in a way that it should be kept, but they somehow become hypocritical about the fact that it showcases that they are the actual believers. And then I asked them, I challenged, because I like to shave. I like to keep it crispy and fresh. I asked them, do you even know where it comes from? Like to keep a beard in Islam? It says in the Quran, yeah, but where? How does it say? Like, because I have read it. I had this argument, I remember. And they said, but the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he kept it. I said, yes, that's very true. And that's why Quran says that you walk the steps of a prophet and you will never miss. Not in an exact quotation. But
somebody hold him up later. Oh, he called somebody up.
Not the exact quotation, but the Quran states that you walk behind the prophet. You walk the footsteps that prophet has walked. And one of them is to actually keep a beard because he liked it to keep a beard. And then I asked them, okay, since he liked to keep a beard, do you know other things that he liked to do? All of a sudden it went quiet because they don't want to do the things that he wanted to do. For example, one trait that Prophet had was that his belly was never above his chest or his nose. So he was never fat.
My guy started beefing with people like, oh, what's going on with your body shape?
Or he either kept it the length that I have now here, or completely short. He didn't have this great style that people do.
Defining
no, they like do the fade. He never did a fade. Like no, it either was completely short or long. It wasn't in between. Or I didn't even say this. I said, what about the treatment of other people? Do you treat people with respect and honor and dignity and smile to everybody? Like that was what he did. All of a sudden the room went quiet. They didn't want to speak to me anymore. They didn't like it anymore. So basically you get cancelled about the things that you say that are true. According to Islam, it's not even me saying this. According to Islam, he smiled constantly. According to Islam, he didn't have a belly. He was fit.
My guy started asking questions. What type of body you got going on?
So if you keep a beard, keep it. No worries. It looks good on you or it doesn't look good on you. It's on you. But what I'm saying is that to keep a beard and then try to act like it's the main thing or it's the main cause because you're keeping a beard.
That kind of raises your social value.
Yeah, like your social value. You are more manly, or you somehow are better believer. You're better. Like, no, it doesn't. It's just a beard. This is how I see it. I've seen people without a beard, not being a Muslim, being better believer than the guy who has a beard, who is man with the hijab. A man with the hijab, people don't know, even men has to wear hijab in Islam. Man with the hijab, public figure, and still has done some lousy, crazy stuff. Let's say it like that.
Plead the fifth. Plead the fifth type of shit. Plead the fifth. Plead the fifth.
All I'm saying. And from this cancel, me, yes, but my father, for example, he experienced it during those days.
Tough.
When he was a childhood, because he had this same thing that he expressed expressed his mind in certain situation he didn't want to, and it wasn't ever wise, because during those days not only you get beat up, you get thrown out the house, and you didn't have, like today it's a good day because you get thrown out the house, you can go to social places and they hook you up. During those days you get thrown out the house, you live in the woods.
Well, you live in tough. Cold.
And the woods wasn't a nice place. It wasn't warm.
Bro, it's cold, you know what I'm saying? What you gonna eat? Potatoes?
Potatoes?
See.
No. So my father had this also. For example, one of the good examples is that the guy that we have in front of, he has 5 boys. Neighbor.
Yeah.
We had a neighbor. He's still our neighbor. When he was around, when my dad was not a child, but a teenager, an adult, that guy didn't have gum under his table. He was broke. We are talking about his house. If somebody farted, it would just whoosh. It was so bad. Now, not only do they have every single child their own house, but is palace. The houses are palace. It's all marmor. You cannot touch it.
Elevate. Elevate.
But what happened was that my father never mistreated him because he didn't have money. Today, that neighbor is my father is one of the few that has good relationship with him. Because he did not mistreat him when he was broke. So that got him, my father, like isolated. Why you're treating that guy? He doesn't have, like, why? And my father said that he's a human being, just like the rest of us. But now, all of a sudden, when he's a big man, the rich guy, all of a sudden he's wanted. But of course he said,
keep pushing, bro.
An example. What about you? Maybe dragged it out, but what about you? Have you experienced cancel in it of itself? I'm not talking social media. I have experienced social media as well.
Let's say we have gone through the gray area a lot of times. A lot of times.
But in your life, or somebody that you know?
Well, one person. One person right here. Well, I haven't, like, I would say, felt the quote unquote the social media type of cancel culture. I would kind of like relate to what you said earlier about being kind of like cancel out from like group setting or like certain social setting because of the way I value things or believe on certain things or do certain things differently than the whole group. For example, about like drinking or doing drugs or whatever. So that's been the closest that I've been to the so quote unquote cancel. I mean, I might be wrong. Some of these videos might be later on used as a evidence for
what?
cancellation again. But personally, I haven't like felt it, or at least nobody in my close circle. Most of the people in my close circle have felt a similar type of cancellation that we have felt of like being kind of like kept in a distance for having certain beliefs or certain thoughts about certain things. Of course, I could always push it to the extreme. Of course, we all have those certain views about certain things that could be qualified as, oh, this person needs to be cancelled and so on. But I haven't had the settings of where I needed to push it out because, like we mentioned earlier, everything you say has its own back clap to it.
Yeah.
And kind of like the cancel culture, because we have to remember when you say cancel culture, we're kind of mainly focusing on the cult setting that we got going on the modern days, because that's why we call it cancel culture. We are calling it the shaming. we ain't calling it shaming. We're calling it cancel culture because it's like the culture that was creating during the modern days, and related to the freedom of speech, we can't really be saying this openly as we believe in it. Because, for example, start speaking about the genders right now. All of a sudden you say something bad. Or start speaking on something that is negative towards wokeism. Oh, you're saying something bad right now. Even though that's your honest opinion and honest view of the world.
Let's do it.
Exactly. But you almost guarantee if you were more visible on social platforms,
for sure.
oh, you're getting cooked.
Oh, for
You're
sure.
That's why you ain't seeing a lot of honest, how would I say, quote unquote celebrities, or I just call them fake idols of
They are
the
fake
world,
idols.
fake idols of the world, because sorry, the religious warned us about those people too.
Yeah.
So, quote unquote, the fake idols. Look how they speak. Well, rift basically on certain topics. For example, when they're told to, hey, what's your honest opinion about how many genders there are? I mean, in a lot of settings, there can be flying in the different atmosphere. You know, this type of answer rather than the same. Two.
Exactly.
Don't even don't try two. You know who actually pushed it out? You said the comedian already. You mentioned him.
Which one? The comedian?
Yeah, comedian. Who comedian did you say earlier? Well, anyway.
Earlier?
We have a couple of comedians who have kind of like pushed this topic a lot of time.
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
But then this one, Bill Burr.
Yeah.
That,
And who's this guy? This guy.
Dave Chappelle.
That guy too. And one more. This other black guy.
Black guy. The one who went to jail.
Which one?
What was his name?
Dave Chappelle, and then who's that guy that he's also one big black celebrity. I ain't talking about Kevin Hart.
No, not Kevin Hart. And not Steve Harvey.
No, hell no.
No, you're talking about someone, Bernie Mac, but he's dead.
No. He's alive. He's
Eddie Murphy?
No. I haven't heard about him in a while. Dave Chappelle, and then who's the guy who bashed basically all the...
You mean he always plays the pimp?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his name? Jesus Christ.
He was famous just a moment ago again because
he went to a podcast.
Everybody.
Yeah, he went to a podcast and he actually predicted the things that would happen.
Oh, did he, bro?
Yeah, the Diddy party.
I'm bad at names, so I apologize.
Yeah.
I know, because like I mentioned before, I know people's faces very well, but I tend to forget the names unless I use it constantly. So, but this...
I'm a researcher.
We gotta put some respect on his name too.
Yeah. He is a good guy.
We gotta put some respect on him.
He went to jail for 10 years because he didn't want to play the games.
Yeah. But let's see quickly the name.
Hold up, I got this.
Just a moment. This is the advertisement break. You know, y'all might see here popping out here somewhere. Subscribe, like, comment down below. All this type of shit. Because Dave Chappelle, and then it was the wait.
Cat Williams.
Yes, Williams. So, yes, sir. That's
there you
Cat.
Go. My bad.
Cat. Yeah. So, about those comedians,
I'm sorry, Cat. It wasn't mean to disrespect or anything, but we are not.
Like we said,
names.
we took our time to find the name to make sure it's not forgotten. So, those comedians, they have been pushed toward the cancellation for those rough truths that they see, or objective truths, I would say straight up, on what they believe in and what they see to be like, hey, yo, what y'all doing? And they have demonstrated that even when you're threatened with that cancellation, you don't care, because that's not the truth. You have to release your truth and show on that freedom of speech is being kind of like contradicted right now with what the cancel culture is doing right now. And what's one of them actually canceled? Like
Dave Chappelle was cancelled.
yeah, and did one of them also get like removed from Netflix?
Cat Williams.
Yeah, Cat Williams. So yeah,
Dave Chappelle was cancelled because of how he said the transgender stuff.
yeah, say no $10 business.
But the Cat Williams was cancelled from Netflix because what he did in prior, like because he went to jail. But then after the jail, when he did the podcast thing, that he said that all these deviants will exposed.
Little devils, little fruity devils hiding behind the closets.
Oh man! But let's
wrap it up.
let's wrap it up. Final question.
Final question. Come on now.
Actually, it's two-part. First thing is that how do you see this continuing to the future? And then from there, do you see it as now a cancel culture being like saturated, that has been oversaturated, that has been over like it has it been more like a cool thing now, like a trend? How do you see this?
Well, I would answer this in a reverse order, actually. Has it seen as a cool thing? Well, I don't necessarily fully know is it the cool thing or uncool thing, but I would just say because the group goes by it, we go as well.
Yeah.
So it's automatically seen that no matter what the group thinks, or no, correction, no matter what I think, I'd rather go with the group than take the lashes on myself as well. So that's why we go back to what we mentioned earlier, that it's a mob mentality. Like we don't really put our own thoughts into what is being said. We just jump on the wagon and roll with it. So yes, to some degree, it is about being kind of like cool or belonging. Back to the word, back to the earlier term, belonging. So yeah, that's that. And then the first question: how am I seeing this going right now? Or will it change? Well, personally, as long as we have social media, I don't think it's changing anywhere. In worst case scenario, it's becoming actually a new type of, how would I say, jurisdiction system.
Hey yo!
It is. It's becoming the new type of law system that is not directly physical, but it causes big damages. Because like we mentioned before, it can basically get you fired from your job or lose sponsorship. That is your way of making income.
Yeah.
Which is to certain people really big damage that they can take in their own life, which can basically make them broke all of a sudden. So you can imagine that. So I'm saying the cancel culture ain't really going anywhere. Are we pushing back toward, are we having back and forth? Like by we, I mean people who have sensible mind to, cancel people in needed scenario, but not just be the woke type of cancellation. We're pushing back toward it right now that, not all things needs to be canceled immediately. So I would say it is rising, but also the opposite is rising at the same pace. And we're kind of balancing out right now. But the future, we never know what it might contain, but we'll find out. How about you?
Well, I've seen it as the future in a sense, because cancel culture has been, I'm talking about thousands and thousands of years. You mentioned about Jesus' time. We can go even before that. We have records. Even the Ibrahim time, Abraham. Wasn't he cancelled because he said that these statues are nothing?
Hey bro, cancellation.
Didn't that happen? Like I'm saying, like we're talking about the historical ancient times that we don't even have like evidence in our sense. Like 5,000 years, we don't have a sense of that, but we know what happened during those days. Abraham, the prophet, one of the prophets are in the Bible and in the Quran, clearly states, this man said, what are these statues? And the people were, these are gods. And he said, no, they are not. Let's speak to them. Like an example I'm taking, that cancel culture has been and it will be. How I see it is in like a human setting, it hasn't changed that much in my opinion. In social media, it has come from, you can say whatever you want, to you cannot say almost anything, to now it's kind of going opposite direction again, where you try to cancel somebody, but then people look at it like the guy I mentioned, Orinati or not, and all of a sudden he's not anymore there.
You can't find it in any platform.
When it comes to trending, I'd say that from 2020 and onwards, it has become like a trend that people try to cancel one because it has been like this, the citizen's arrest type of shit. Like the widest thing that you can think of. And top of that, you're being retarded because you go and say, oh, I'm making a citizen's arrest. What? What you mean, citizen? Are you doing a hero's job? What the hell is wrong with you?
I go say it.
I'm saying that why I'm saying is because you have seen the content, for example, that the woman is working out. And then...
Oh, the camera. Ooh.
Yeah, the camera thing.
Nah, I'm looking, bro. Fuck that shit, bro.
If
you go on stretch and bend over in front of me, and I was here first.
Like, listen, as a woman, I understand that you want to go inside the gym, work out at peace, and go out. I understand that. However, if you dress in a certain way, you also have to expect the fact that what happened, the consequences.
I even talking about the moment I see the camera, I'm pulling up with the camera. like I ain't trying to even say it ain't about the being disrespectful, but when I see the content becoming the contentation, I'm joining in. And first thing the camera sees,
beautiful black man.
God damn it.
And then you become like the guy in Chris Brown concert, the one that he did.
I ain't gay, bro.
But the whole point I'm trying to make is that when you do that kind of content and somebody looks at you and then you try to cancel him because he's a creep, you're kind of contradicting yourself because you want to work out and left alone. Don't pull out your phone, don't go to public, don't go during the busiest time, don't wear clothes that actually showcases the...
Yo, that's a topic for a different day.
But that's a topic for a different... What I'm trying to say is that the cancel culture thing has become more like a cool or trendy thing in the society, especially in social media. It kind of gives you this empowerment of, oh, I cancel this. This is how I see it. But it's a good thing that now, especially Instagram, it has become much more...
I haven't been in that platform for ages.
But it has become much more racist, can I say it like this? That it has become more like... If you ever see a content that is not racist, you'll be like...
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right.
It's too cool. It's too calm.
It's too calm. But yeah, these are our thoughts. Last ones?
Hey, last thoughts. The first thoughts that we should have had in the beginning is, y'all know what to do down here. Y'all know what to do down here. Y'all better press that like, comment, and subscribe button right here. Somewhere along the lines.
And listen to this, man.
Shit. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the cancel culture. We might dabble on the topic here and there between the episodes, but we wanted to keep this as the main topic for this episode. So
yes, sir.
I think we wrapped it up pretty goodly.
It's good.
Summarized it
during the morning.
Yeah, imagine this is the first thing we are doing during the morning. So God bless. God bless. And right after this, we're going to do some work. And
Yeah.
Hey.
But listen, it's a privilege.
It's a privilege.
It's a privilege. I'm going to say, if you're tired from work and if you're tired from projects and if you're tired from this, it's a privilege that you get to do it. I bet any Palestinian boy right now would say, I would take this life immediately.
Your opinion? Last words?
Last words. It was a good set. I'm gonna say, like, even though we were both with the minimum amount of sleep and it's early in the morning and like there are many things, there are many things that goes against it, but it was a good set that it wasn't oversaturated. It was content. It was abstract. It was well tight.
Pause.
Who said that?
Your pause.
It was a good set, and like he said, we will be mentioning it in other episodes, and we have mentioned it before, but the main topic of this episode was the cancel culture and its way of going about it.
Nothing else.
else.
Y'all know what to do down here, and we shall see you in the next episode.
Yes.
Peace.